Hi, from this video we are discussing S3 Engineering Mathematics 2019 syllabus, partial differential equation and complex analysis, module 4, that is complex integration. This is how we integrate a complex function. So let's move on to the topics. Line integrals in the complex plane. The complex line integral of a function f of z taken over a path c is denoted by integral over c f of z dz. Here f of z is the function, c is the path. So the complex line integral over a path c is denoted by integral over c f of z dz. If the path c is a closed one, then the integral is denoted by this way, that is integral, a circle on that is, which means the curve is closed. Then f of z dz, both are similar, but here this means the curve is a closed one. So this is the representation of line integrals in the complex plane. Next we are moving to the properties of line integral. First one, integral over c k1 f1 plus k2 f2 dz is equal to, here k1 and k2 are constants. So while evaluating this integral, that is equal to k1 into integral over c f1 dz plus k2 into integral over c f2 dz. This is the distributive property. Next one, integral z0 to z f of z dz is equal to minus integral z to z0 f of z dz. That is, while interchanging the lower limit and upper limit, the value will be the negative of original one. So integral z0 to z f of z dz is equal to minus integral z to z0 f of z dz. Third one, integral over c f of z dz is equal to, if the curve c is split into two curves c1 and c2, then integral over the complete path c is equal to integral over the segment c1 f of z dz plus integral over c2 f of z dz. Okay, these are the basic properties of line integrals. Next we are moving to how evaluate the line integrals. First method, the first evaluation method. Here let f of z be a analytic function in a simply connected domain D, then there exists an indefinite integral f of z in the domain D. That means integral f of z dz, that is equal to, if you are given the lower limit and upper limit, that is integral z0 to z1 f of z dz, then it is equal to capital F of z1 minus capital F of z0, which means capital F is the integral of the small f of z. So after integrating the function, put the upper limit minus, then put the lower limit. This is the basic integration steps. So integral z0 to z1 f of z dz is equal to capital F of z1 minus capital F of z0. This is the first evaluation method. Next we are moving to some problems. First one, evaluate integral over c z square dz where c is any closed curve from z equal to 0 to z equal to 1 plus i. So here these are the upper limit and the lower limit. Lower limit is z equal to 0 and the upper limit is z equal to 1 plus i. So the given integral can be rewritten as integral 0 to 1 plus I z square dz. Here the function depends on z and the integration is with respect to z. So integrating z square means z cube by 3 within the limit 0 to 1 plus I. Then apply the limits, upper limit minus lower limit, that is 1 plus I the whole cube divided by 3 minus 0 cube divided by 3. So that is equal to minus 2 by 3 plus I into 2 by 3, which is the answer. Next one, evaluate integral over c e raised to pi z dz, where c is any closed curve from z equal to 0 to z equal to 1 plus I. So here the function is integral 0 to 1 plus I e raised to pi z dz is equal to, here the function depends on z and integration with respect to z. So integral of e raised to pi z is e raised to pi z divided by the constant pi within the limit 0 to 1 plus I. Here we are putting the limits for z, for the variable z. So applying the upper limit e raised to 1 plus I pi divided by pi minus e raised to z, in place of z 0, so e raised to 0 by pi. Then this can be splitted into e raised to pi into e raised to I pi divided by pi minus e raised to 0 by pi. What is e raised to I theta? Cos theta plus I sin theta. So here we get e raised to pi into cos pi plus I sin pi divided by pi minus, what is e raised to 0? 1. That is 1 by pi. That is equal to cos pi minus 1 sin pi 0. So minus e raised to pi by pi minus 1 by pi, which is the answer. So this is the answer of integral 0 to 1 plus I e raised to pi z dz. Next problem, evaluate integral minus pi to pi I cos z dz. Here also the function in terms of z and integration with respect to z. So integral of cos z is sin z within the limit minus pi I to pi I. So applying the upper limit minus lower limit, so sin pi I minus sin of minus pi I. Then sin pi I, sin of minus pi I is minus sin. Okay, so plus sin pi I, that is equal to 2 sin pi I. Also we can use the result sin ix equal to I sin hx. So here it will be 2I sin h pi. So integral minus pi I to pi I cos z dz is equal to 2I sin h pi. Next problem, integral over c dz by z square, where c is positively oriented circle z equal to 2 e raised to I theta, comma minus pi less than theta less than pi about the origin. Here the path is a circle z equal to 2 e raised to I theta and theta lies between minus pi to pi. Here we want to evaluate integral over c dz by z square. Here it is given that z equal to 2 e raised to I theta. Then what is dz by d theta? Because here z depends on the variable theta. Therefore dz by d theta equal to 2I into e raised to I theta. Therefore dz equal to 2I e raised to I theta d theta. Next we want to substitute z and dz in the given integral. Therefore integral over c dz by z square implies integral, in the place of dz 2I e raised to I theta d theta divided by denominator z square, that is 2 e raised to I theta the whole square. Then here the integral depends on the variable theta. Here theta varies from minus pi to pi. So the here integral minus pi to pi 2I e raised to I theta d theta divided by 2 e raised to I theta the whole square. Then after solving we get integral minus pi to pi, 2 cancelled, then I e raised to minus I theta, because here after cancelling e raised to I theta denominator part there exists 1 e raised to I theta. So I e raised to minus I theta d theta divided by 2. Then here I and 1 by 2 are constant terms. So in the next step I by 2 into, then what is e raised to minus I theta's derivative integral with respect to theta. So e raised to minus I theta divided by minus I within the limit minus pi to pi. So minus 1 by 2, upper limit is pi, so e raised to minus I pi minus e raised to I pi, that is minus 1 by 2. What is e raised to minus I pi? Cos pi minus I sin pi, minus e raised to I pi is cos pi plus I sin pi. Cos pi value is minus 1, sin pi value is 0. So we get the answer as 0. So integral dz by z square is equal to 0. These are some exercise problems which can be evaluated using the first evaluation method.